What is up, guys? This is Cyvic coming back at you with another video. In this video I wanted to share with you guys a couple of prized items in my TurboGrafx / PC Engine collection. These are some pretty neat pieces, one of a kind, I would say, as I've never seen any of these before out there. Now, there might be more of these available in Japan. I'm pretty sure in the hands of some collectors out there, some top collectors. I've noticed that Japanese collectors are very more I guess recluse, or they don't I guess show off stuff like we kind of do out here in the States and stuff like that. They're more secretive collectors and stuff like that. Some people don't like to show this kind of stuff because they want to be the only ones who have these particular items, and they want to be the only ones who have these builds of these items. Especially if some of these games that are on what I'm going to show you guys right now are different than the final releases and stuff. So what I'm going to share with you now are a couple of PC Engine prototypes, and hopefully you guys can check these out here. Alright, the first one we got here, it's not labeled or anything, but this one is R-Type for the PC Engine. Doesn't have any markings on the game itself, but it does come in its signature prototype form. In the front here it does say 1135 there. I'm not sure if that's like a game number, build number, or what. It comes on this particular kind of board. You can see here they're pretty thick boards, and then the EEPROMs are actually in here, and they're covered by this protective casing. We'll open these up so you guys can take a look at what's inside. So this is R-Type here. And this one here is, as you can see here, it says PC, and it's actually PC Engine, which in Japan is Bonk's Adventure. So this is Bonk's Adventure Part 1 prototype. Also similar to the other one here, comes in its a little daughter board here with the protective casing protecting the EEPROMs that are in here. They almost look identical. The R-Type board here is, I believe, an NEC based board, whereas the PC Engine board here, as you can see, has a Mitsubishi type board. I believe Mitsubishi was one of the early companies who was making boards for NEC, so they did have some history with NEC and stuff. A couple of numbers here, not sure what these numbers mean, but this one is written PC Engine. Now, I haven't actually played these completely through, so I'm not exactly sure if these are, early builds, final builds. Hopefully soon I'll go ahead and give them a playthrough and a run through and see if I notice anything out of the norm, maybe different characters, different music, different end credits and stuff like that. But to my knowledge, both of these are actually full versions. Now, in Japan, R-Type was released as R-Type 1 and 2. Because back then it didn't fit on the full R-Type game didn't fit on a HuCard, so they had to put the game on two separate HuCards. By the time the game was released in America, they had increased the ROM sizes on HuCards, so they were able to fit the whole game. So this is most likely the older of the two prototypes. So let me just take them out of their little protective baggies here, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So here's a little bit more detail. This one, as you can see here, says NEC 14A, and once again you can see the 1135 in the front there. You can see here that it's held together by 3 screws. Obviously the 4th screw isn't there because this is where the actual, when you put this in a system, the actual open and close lock actually goes there, so there's nothing there. And let's go ahead and open up the Bonk or PC Engine in Japan. Alright, so as we can see here, this one is, you can see the Mitsubishi information on there. And TB9 BC3802, not sure what that means. Nothing major at the bottom, but also very similar. Whereas they only have 3 screws. So let's go ahead and open up PC Engine first, so we can take a look. Okay. And don't worry, the ROM chips inside the EEPROMs are covered on both. So now I am going to have these dumped pretty soon because you know, life of prototypes basically don't last forever. So let's go ahead and remove this. And as you can see here, you got the two EEPROM chips, both covered, both say NEC, and both say PC Ginjin. This one says PC Ginjin, has a 1, and this one has a number 2 on there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then one of the chips says 4C06, and this one says CC31. And you can kind of see some numbering. The ROM chips there say NEC on there, which is kind of cool. And basically the way these work is you just basically pop these chips off of here, put them on your Hue 7 development system, and then you would basically load your new versions of the game, take them off, put them back on here, pop this into your system, and you can test the new builds. Let's go ahead and open up the R-Type, and we'll take a look at what that one looks like. Alright, let's go ahead and just remove these screws here. Alright. Sorry about this boring part of the video here, but there we are. Here is the R-Type chips. Now this one, it does say R-Type kind of engraved in there. You probably can't really see it, but it does say R-Type there. It says R-Type here. It says M01, and then this chip here says M1, and it looks very similar to the other one here, so you can kind of compare the two here. So the exception is that this one does have some extra little chips here on the sides, but other than that it's pretty identical, as you can see there. So there we have it, two prototypes, PC Engine HuCard prototypes, R-Type and PC Ginjin, aka Bonk's Adventure. Yeah, hopefully I didn't bore you guys with the video. I haven't seen anyone else post any of these on YouTube, so kind of cool piece of history. Maybe I'll make a video of playing the game and trying to note differences if I can find any. But yeah, if anybody out there has any more of these and you want to pass them off to a good home, or you want to sell them or trade them to me, would love to have more and add more of these to my collection. So hopefully this was entertaining for you guys, and hopefully you guys are, you know, got to see a little piece of NEC history here. These are definitely staying in my collection, and I'm super happy to have these. So yeah, like I said, if anybody out there has any stuff like this and it's just sitting in your closet, in your garage, and you want it to go to a good home, please message me. You could hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or my personal email. Check the description in this video for that information. And I would love to get more of this stuff, and like I said, if I do get more of this stuff, I'll definitely show it to you guys and do more of these kinds of videos. So I'll try to put up another video shortly with some other interesting stuff for you guys to check out. I'll try to be more proactive in posting more of these videos. I was a little bit busy the last few weeks, so I haven't been able to post anything, but yeah. So good luck out there on the game hunting, guys. I'm going to be going to Portland later this year, and we'll see if we find anything cool there. But until then, this is Syphic signing out. Take care, guys. Lates.